Who else is not ready for this chapter? Who else has been stalling all day because they don't want to film and react to this chapter? Anyways, hi! Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the chaos that are my reactions. I dressed up a little bit today because it is the finale, so here you go, here's the fit. We're gonna get into the finale. I have so much anxiety, as always, but today has been a very rough day mentally for me. These past couple months have been pretty hard to get through. So Ruby leaving us and Ruby not being a consistent thing in my life anymore for a bit, it's going to be a hard adjustment for me. Oh man, why am I getting emotional already? No, the chapter hasn't even started. Ew, gross, no, don't cry. But it's been such a source of happiness and a source of consistency, as I said, for me, and having to see it go, I just was putting this off all day because I didn't want it to be gone. And it makes me quite sad. But with all that being said, with all the depressing shit out of the way, this is my favorite volume. This has been the best volume. Obviously we haven't seen the finale of this volume, but so far it's been one of my favorite volumes and my favorite volume by far. It's just been amazing storytelling, amazing writing, amazing voice acting, amazing storyboarding, amazing music direction. Just every point and every beat that they needed to hit was hit. And yes, I do have my gripes and I do have my critiques about this volume, as any volume of Ruby or any volume of any show. It has been something that has just been consistently like, I have fear for, I have happiness for, I feel sad over, I feel angry over, and the fact that it can incite so many different emotions instead of a consistent one and just like be all over the place is kind of a testament to really good writing. And I've never been so interested and so excited to rewatch a volume as much as this one, which is something for me because volume 5 is like my comfort volume. It's like my one that I always consistently go back to, but this is definitely going to be one that I go back to and watch, even though it's not a comfort volume by any means. I'm gonna sip of tea before we continue, but if anyone wants to continue along, this is a honey citrus mint tea. Highly recommend it, very, very good. My prediction for this chapter is that the rest of the girls are gonna fall. I think that's pretty obvious. I think that's a very easy prediction to make, but I definitely think the girls are going to fall, and I think they're going to fall into a realm that is completely out of Remnant, has nothing to do with it, and it's going to have to do with like the afterlife or the, you know, in the middle of the two streams of life, I guess is the easiest way to put it. So we'll see if that comes true, and if it does, I'm going to cry and just be a mess, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. Come along for the ride. It's going to be... we have fun here. Anyways, I just want to keep stalling. I want to keep talking so we don't have to get into it. But yeah, before this finale wraps up, I want to thank everyone who reacted to these chapters or left comments or said they were excited, or especially when I came back, just all the support that I got was something very needed in my life. And you know, it came at a time where I definitely did need it, and I just want to thank you all for your support and your kindness towards me. It meant a lot, and I'm forever grateful for y'all, so thank you so much. Anyways, we're gonna get into this chapter. I'm not looking forward to it. The title of this chapter is called The Final Word. Sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall, which if you don't know, that's from the theme song. And this is the only chapter title that doesn't have just one word. It's 3 separate words. It's like the final word, the final word. I get what you're doing, RT, you're so funny. Big nervous, but I'm gonna quit stalling because I've been talking for way too long. Just wanted to get all my thanks and my thoughts out of the way before we just jumped into it, but let's get into it. Let's jump into it, just like the girls are gonna jump off the cliff. Anyways, not excited for that. I am excited, but I'm nervous, but I'm scared. Okay, without further ado, this is the Ruby Volume 8 finale. Let's see what's happening to all of our kiddos and how this is going to wrap up. And I'm extremely nervous that I can't even joke right now. I'm so nervous. I'm so scared, but let's get into it. Whew, I am not ready. Oh, wait, that doesn't work. I forgot. It's okay. That's fun. I sure do love that for us. Cool. Oh, I forgot. Wow, it's the finale and I already forgot. This is how scared I am. Here we go, boys. We said goodbye to all the things we loved. Gave up our lives just to find that it was not enough. One thing I am excited for is sometime, probably like 6 to 7 months, we're going to get the soundtrack for this volume. And I love the soundtrack so far, and I'm so excited for it. I don't think I've been this excited for a soundtrack since Volume 6. I was excited for Volume 7, but like, I'm more excited for this one. So, and also, Sirs and Madams, who, hey Bruce, I see you in the comments, already knew like the credit song apparently, and I'm a bit scared. I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I don't know how it's gonna be. I don't know who it's gonna be about, but I want it and I need it. Are we gonna get a post-credit scene? Probably, because of how many times Carrie and Mel, fucking Eddie were tweeting that maybe, like, okay guys, alright, calm down, chill out. Running in peace, some heroes choose their own side, sometimes it's worth it all to risk the fall. I'm so nervous, I'm singing. I always sing when I'm nervous, okay. Let's get into it. I'm not ready. I'm gonna throw up. I'm literally gonna throw up. I'm so scared. Okay. Alright. Oh, suspenseful music, my favorite kind. There's our big whale boy disintegrating slowly but surely. Damn. Damn, Oscar really did that. Oh, hello? Oh, Salem. I was like, what is that? Okay, come on, Winter, come on, come on, come on.
No, Winter, do not blame me.
Of course she's gonna blame you. Are we gonna blame your semblance?
Everything.
For what? For what? You blame your sacrifice everything for what? Thank you, Winter. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I have only done what's best for Remnant.
I don't think so. Be careful, Winter, Winter. Thank you, thank you. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw up, I'm gonna throw up. Whew, this is already too much for me. We're only like 2 seconds in. Oh my god. Good. Thank you, Ice.
Priority 1.
Damn.
Weiss.
John is like, we have a job to do.
Is the maiden power. I can buy you all time.
Penny.
Who's it gonna go to if you die, babe? It's gonna go right to Ruby. Ugh, you bitch.
I'm right here. I'm what you want.
Exactly.
I want it all.
Of course you do. Yes! Blake! Go feral! Go feral! Go feral!
Get up!
Come on, boys, baby. Oh my god. Blake is going into this. I'm so scared. Okay, then we got
A
them.
mistake, Harriet.
There's no talking to her anymore, Crow. Yeah, she's so far gone. She's just like Ironwood. Don't let that happen, please. Thank you, Crow. Thank you, Crow. Thank you, Crow. Oh my god. No! Why are you even blowing anything up? It doesn't make sense.
Here, please, don't do this. They're still evacuating in Mantle. Why
Oh my
can't
god.
you just let me do my job? Because you're our friend, and we won't let you go through with this.
No! I'm gonna cry. Oh, fun. That's fun. That is so much fun. Oh, good luck. It's gonna be stopped. Oh, that's not gonna stay. That's gonna get, it's literally. That's not gonna stay. What did he do? What did Watts do? Oh, I love this. I love the scenery around this. God, Neo. She's like bored with this fight.
Leave her alone.
Nice! Lights! Yes, partners! We love this! Where'd she throw Nia to? Did she throw her across the side? Blake, please be careful.
Come on. We have to do this for Ye.
Oh my god, they are all gonna fall. They are all gonna fall. Please be careful, Ruby, please. Oh, there's Ruby. Okay, good. Her weapon, not crossing. God,
Pilot's locked.
Neo is just so done with her.
There's no time to make
I
it out
can't
of the
breathe
blast
this whole chapter.
I've
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know what to say about you, Harriet, in all honesty. She's like a little kid.
No, you can't.
Fine!
If it means saving all of my friends.
And Daenerys, that was fantastic voice acting, by the way. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Whatever you wanted,
Okay.
I hope it was worth it.
Come on, Ruby, go feral. Oh my god. Yeah. Cinder, no, no.
You should have never threatened me.
Yep, we all saw this coming.
And you should have never been born.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Where's Weiss? Oh my god, she's just like, what?
Hey, Joanna.
I can't! This is
Never
fucking
through that
chapter!
gate. Bring him here.
Nice, I love you too. Oh my god. I can't process
That a
anything.
Schnee would be the last one standing, letting all her friends die first.
She, you fucker, don't put that into her head.
You wouldn't know anything about friends.
Facts. John is pissed. He is pissed. Yes! We love a trio!
She's back.
Salem. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Can one of you break that shit, please? Weiss. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not again. Not again. Not again. Not again. Not again. No. No. Oh my god. No, not Jean having to do this again.
Hold on. My semblance.
No. There's not enough time to heal me. She can't get the staff and the power. But there is something you can do.
What?
I don't know where the others are, but Weiss will give us time.
Let me choose this one thing.
The blood. Oh my god.
Trust me.
What is she doing? What is she doing? What is she doing? I don't know what's going on. Is Jean gonna have to kill her? Weiss. Winter. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. 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 No, 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 no.
Salutations! You made it!
Where...
What?
What is this?
What the
I
fuck is
thought-
going on?
And here we are.
She's transferring the power to Winter.
Oh, Penny.
It seemed fitting that it should be you. It was your power, after all.
No, Penny. You were always the real maiden at heart.
No.
I was just a machine. Just following orders.
You were my friend.
Thank you for trusting me with this. When you're gone,
I won't be gone. I'll be part of you.
good.
We really lost her again. Are you kidding me? I'll talk about that later. I can't right now.
The destiny I chose for you has arrived.
Fuck him up, Winter. Fuck
You
him up.
chose nothing. This was a gift.
Yes, my baby! You're going up against a maiden, dude, now. And she's been prepping for this. Yeah, that power is not for you to have, Cinder. Fuck you. Come on, John. Come on, John. Winter. Oh my god. Ice and fire, dude. This is like Raven Part 2. I'll talk about that more too, but oh my god. And she has the coolest fucking semblance too. Oh my god. Are they gonna just jump? The staff. Yeah, they're safe. Oh my god. Weiss. Weiss has to fall. There's no way. This bitch. I'm so sick of you. I am so sick of her. Is that Salem? Is that Salem?
To go.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Now.
You are going to pay for everything you've done.
Yeah. You have hurt so many people, Cinder. When you face the wrath, it's gonna be over for you. Fuck you. I hate this bitch so much. That was too much to process. That was way too much to process. Jean, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Jean. Oh my god, they're all going to the afterlife. Neo, Jean, the girls, there's no fucking way. Oh my god, and this. Winter. Baby. Oh, her family. Hey, Winter, can you just, like, get rid of everyone right now? I can't deal with this. Yep, she's mad. As she should be. I was gonna say, don't you dare fucking end right now. Absolutely not. Salem. Cinder. Cinder, actually, you know what? Go ahead, girl. Do this one. Do this one. I'm okay with this one.
I failed you again, Master. They used the staff to save thousands.
Where's the... Oh, does she have the
Our
lamp?
eyes fell.
I don't know. No, yeah, she does. Okay.
Killed Ruby. And before Ruby and her teammates fell,
Lies.
they used the lamp's final question. I couldn't
Lies.
stop them. I couldn't even stop the maiden from escaping without putting the relics in jeopardy. I'm...
What a good manipulator, Cinder. You fucking... She's gotten so much better. Oh, I hate this bitch, but I love this bitch.
No cost is too great.
God damn
You've
it.
done well, Cinder. Our work here is done.
Can y'all just kill James, honestly, though? Because, like, I just... Fuck that bitch. I can't.
You said they used the staff.
Yikes. I'm actually scared for him. I'd be so
I
terrified.
assume you rid the world of their creation.
Bro, really? Really? We're really trying to do this?
In its stead.
I merely added more flames to the fires of Atlas.
Yep, we all saw her betraying Watts.
And that's checkmate.
Is he just gonna fall? Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, he's calling for Ruby. I can't. Oh my god, that hurt me so bad. I can't even. Oh my god. I'm so hurt. It's all underwater now. Oh my god, Atlas, Atlantis. Darkness like midnight. Alright. Alright. So, obviously I'll talk more about this in my analysis, but what the fuck? I can't breathe. I legitimately... How many more minutes do we have of this? Okay, we're definitely getting a post-credit scene, but... The little water droplets in the background, oh my god. People weren't fucking kidding when they said get ready for next chapter. Like, we all knew that... I'm sorry to talk over Casey's beautiful singing, Jesus. We all knew that the girls were gonna fall. We all knew that Alice was gonna fall. We literally predicted all this stuff. We said that Penny wasn't gonna live that long. But the fact that it actually happened, and happened in a way that was done so beautifully yet so heart-wrenchingly, is just taking me a minute to process. It was like hit after hit after hit after hit, so I'm sorry if I didn't talk a lot. I don't even know how I reacted. I can't remember. And I love this song. I love this song. I love this song already. I love this song already. But for fuck's sake. Thank you for the elevator therapy music right now. I really need this. No, it's just so much just happened, and we have a lot to talk about, and this is one of my favorite volumes. We definitely took the L here. We took the loss, and I think we needed that because we kept winning. Every volume we kept winning except for volume 3. That was the one volume we completely and utterly lost, and it's like, I don't think anything's gonna ever hit as hard as volume 3 did because it was such a tonal shift, but this hit very fucking hard, and I'm like, oh my god, why am I crying? Ew, ew, ew. Okay, good night. Yes, so proud. This is so beautiful, dude. I can't believe we're gonna have to wait a volume to see what happened to our girls. But I will talk about this more. I definitely think they fell into the afterlife just because of the people they chose have fallen. I don't even remember what happened to Nora, so I'm gonna have to rewatch that. There was too much going on to remember. But holy motherfucking shit. It's over. That's insane. Talking about this is gonna be such a range of emotions for me. Holy shit. I'm gonna need to pause for a bit before I talk about anything. Just because it's the emotional toll that this chapter is taking on me. Like, I was having a bad day today, fun fact. So I'm a little emotionally drained right now, in all honesty. But this was so beautifully done. Everyone who worked to make this what it was, especially with what happened here in Texas, like, all my love to you. You're so incredible, and this was the best volume. I can genuinely say that this was the best volume. Songs for every life, the sky is falling. Oh, falling from the sky, I love that. The truth awake, treasure, the strong and be strong and hit stuff. Friend, cute. So we have like a couple more songs that we don't know what they are. Cool. Production babies, oh, congrats. That makes me happy. Oh my god. Cute. This was a ride. This was definitely a ride. I feel like I just went and saw a movie and I'm coming out of the theaters right now. That's a pretty big impact. I don't get that feeling a lot. Totoro, I love that. Good job, guys. That was really good. That was really fucking good. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Post-credit scene? Yep. Ah! We're getting it. I'm so scared. Oh, hello. What? Hello? Nature sounds? Ocean sounds? Oh, the crescent rose like in the theme song. Are we in Tetris? What is this? It's like the tree of life. Are they gonna learn about summer and the tree of life? Oh my god. So fun fact, I have never done this in my life where I watched a rwby episode and didn't immediately go into a discussion. I literally just took like 5 minutes to calm down because I was having a panic attack. So I'm okay. I'm fine. It's great. Everything is good. Jesus Christ. We started out, I want to talk about the content warning first because they were talking about there's going to be themes of death that might be sensitive for some viewers. And I think it kind of hit me harder than I was expecting. I think that warning was definitely directed at me. Like, next time just put an @ and just put my name because, like, yes. Yeah, losing people for various reasons is never easy, and it's a lot for, you know, I have so much love for these characters and I have so much love for people in my real life, and I tend to kind of intertwine themes from rwby into my life a lot, so this kind of hit harder than it needed to. The way that the deaths were done, it's gonna sound so morbid, but the way that the deaths were done were so beautifully done in a way that wasn't like, let's just kill people for funsies. And I'm gonna talk more about that, but I appreciate that. I appreciate the taking seriously of the topic of death, because I'm a person who takes a while to grieve people, in all honesty. So yeah, anyways, I just want to say that. I'm gonna stop fucking crying. We get Salem coming back together. That's just kind of our first shot of her recollecting herself after what happened with Hazel. Seeing the way that it happened, because she took such a big hit. It wasn't like someone just, you know, killed her and then she came back to life, you know, like with Yang and stuff. She took a pretty big hit, so it took her a while to come back, which is a testament to how much power that Oscar has and how much power that he's still storing up. Please use that on Salem for the final battle. Please save that for Salem in the final battle. So we see that, and then we come back to Ironwood and Winter fighting, and the way that they were shooting the scene, and Winter was checking him and everything that he said. He was saying like, I'm the sacrifice, like, I had to be the one to lay down my life for Atlas. I had to. And she's like, you didn't sacrifice yourself, you sacrificed other people. And I like that she called him out on his shit, because it's like, dude, we're literally fighting because I care about people. I care about Mantle. I care about Atlas. I want to protect people from enemies, and you're one of these enemies. Why do you think I'm fighting you? So I like that she called him out on that, because it was, this whole 2 volumes has been angering me, because I know people are gonna get mad with what I say, but hear me out. Ironwood has a lot of tendencies that Adam did, where Adam was like, oh, I'm being the savior for people. I'm putting my life on the risk for other people. In reality, though, you're thinking that you're the hero. You're making yourself to be the hero and like the good person. And what that does is it ruins you as a person. So you believe that you have to be a martyr for every single cause, and you don't. It's actually hurting more people than helping them, because you think everything that you're doing is right, because, oh, I'm trying to be the hero. I'm trying to save Atlas. I'm trying to save the Faunus, whatever. You're getting into this complex in your mind that I'm the good person, when in reality, you're running yourself to the ground. So after that rant, I just appreciate Winter calling him out, and this whole fight sequence was so amazing, and the way that she could stand her ground for as long as she did with someone as power hungry as Ironwood was amazing, and I loved watching it. And then we have no time to breathe, because we go right back to Penny and Cinder fighting. Nora and Jean kind of have this talk of what's our main priority. You know, because the girls are holding their own as best as they can right now. We need to do the job that they told us to do. And I like that Jean kind of took that leadership into his hands and was like, I know you care about them, I care about them too, but we need to focus on what our designated missions are. And so I appreciate him keeping that in mind, and being the leader and the strategist that he is, and seeing his growth as a person, as a character, has been amazing. I've loved it. And then Weiss saves Penny ultimately for her to get shot in the back, and Penny kind of makes this realization. It's not a realization, I think she's always known it, is Cinder's only cared about the mutant power. Cinder doesn't give a fuck about these relics. Cinder doesn't give a fuck about Salem's plans. She doesn't care. She's power hungry. She wants control, because she never had control in her life before. So seeing her become this expert manipulator, even to Salem, it's more control for her. That's all she wants. That's all she craves, is control. Which I'm so glad that they expanded on that. Instead of it being a stubborn type of control, it's an analytical type of control, which I'll talk more about later. And Weiss is just, you know, upset because that wasn't the plan. You know, Penny was supposed to get to the other side of Vacuo so she could protect and defend these people and keep the power away from Cinder, keep the power away from Salem. Penny's just too good of a person. I can't believe I have to use past tense for Penny again. She has such an amazing soul, where she's just the most kind-hearted person, and she will put anyone before herself. And so she's very much like, I have to protect you guys. You guys are my friends. You know, at the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. And it's heartbreaking. Then this fucking scene happened, and I was so happy about it, but scared, but happy, because I love seeing Feral Blake. Because as much as Neo fucking yeeted Yang off the fucking platform, Cinder's as much to blame, because Cinder's enabling it. And, you know, Cinder's the one who is killing all these people and is being a fucking awful person. So seeing Blake be like, you know, tell Weiss, like, get up. Like, we don't have time to be tired and to not fight right now. And I love that all of them can support each other in this way. And seeing how far, like, Blake and Weiss even have gone from, like, volume 1 of just not standing each other and just not seeing eye to eye with one another, and now them like supporting each other and be like, get up, like, keep fighting, like, you're with it, you're in this with me, like, you're not getting out of this, like, we're a team, we're supposed to stand together. It's kind of like Blake in her own way is saying, like, this isn't what Yang would have wanted, you know, it's for us to give up. We have to keep fighting, we have to keep standing our ground, and I really appreciate that. Then we go back to Crow and Robin in the Aesops, and we have this whole sequence of Crow trying to gain sense into her life, but obviously, you know, they don't have that kind of dynamic and relationship, so he's not gonna get through to her. And Crow's like trying to stop the bomb from slipping out. And we see Elm and Vine here hanging on to their shuttle. I think Robin kind of put them in a way of being like, okay, they're trying to talk sense into Harriet, let me like align my ship so they can do this for her, which I love. Robin, thank you for being that kind of person. The fact that Elm and Vine, who have probably been by her side the longest out of the team besides Clover, are the ones who are being like, you're our friend. Like, we denied it for so long. I think they all denied that they were friends. They all care about each other. Because we saw in Volume 7, they did have a very friendly dynamic until they were like, oh no, we're not friends. It's just a job. And I think it's kind of a trauma response that I see in a lot of people where, including myself, where you'll view someone as a friend, you'll view someone as something more or like something very intense in your life, and then something goes wrong, and with anyone else you're very hesitant and you're very like, no, I don't want to be that because this happened last time and I don't want that to happen again. And as much as I hated Harriet this whole volume, as someone who is falling into those patterns of being very untrustworthy of people as of recently, like, I get it. I understand her anger and the reasons for what she did. Them saying like, you're our friend, like, we're not gonna let this happen to you, we're not gonna let anything bad happen to you, or, you know, even as shitty as you've been to us recently, like, we care about you. And then we see the bomb slipping out of the ship, and Crow pulls out Clover's little lucky pin, and it was like the last of his good luck, I think, of him rubbing it. It stopped the bomb momentarily, but of course we still have Watts to worry about. He's still a danger as of now. He initiates the sequence, even though that the bomb was stopped. I think it was inevitable. It's one of those things which I'll talk about with Penny as well. It's an inevitable thing. Once you have that thought, once you put that idea into motion, Ironwood put so much hate behind it, Harriet put so much hate behind it, it was going to happen. There's no way that there's going to be this much buildup for something like the bomb for it not to go off and do something. So it made sense that Watts got the last fucking turn on of that. Then we go back to Ruby and her fighting Neapolitan, and you can just kind of tell she's shaken up and she's tired. I mean, homegirl has been under so much stress as a leader, so it's like, I understand why she's not winning this fight right now. And Neo just kind of, I was saying like she looked bored, but it's more of I just want you to die at this point. Like, I have so much just anger, I just need you to fucking go, which hurts a lot because I love Ruby so much. Torchwick wasn't her fault, and I hope that's something that Neo can figure out in the Tree of Life that we saw at the end of it. Yo, Weiss comes into the fray and she's like, get the fuck away from my partner. And can I just say, I love partners standing up for each other. It makes my life so happy, because especially, this has been kind of a critique as well, Ruby and Weiss haven't really been interacting that much. And it's just kind of strange to see because they are partners, and I do want them to have more of a dynamic together and see more of their perspective of things as well. And Blake, just, oh my god, poor baby. Like, I just feel so bad for her. And then we had the old fire sigils. Cinder kind of brought it back. I don't know what to call them. They're like fire bombs, fire sigils, where it blows up. And Weiss taking the hit for Ruby, like, oh, that hurt. That hurt a little too much.
That shit hurted.
That shit fucking hurted. When Weiss took the hit, I literally thought that she was gonna fall off the side. I was like, oh no, it's Weiss. We go back to Crow and the Aesops, and Crow's trying to reverse the actions of Watts, and they can't because it's fucking Watts. Harriet finally apologizes for her actions and the way that she was acting, and as much as I hated her character and hated how she was acting, it did mean a lot for her to apologize. It wasn't like when Cinder apologized. It's like, it was a real apology, and I really did appreciate that. I love Vine. It broke my heart. Oh my god. Don't fucking cry. As much as I didn't really care for Vine as a character, he wasn't all that amazing or interesting to me. It broke my heart because he was like, we are friends, you know, this is something that you do matter to me, and I'm gonna take the fall here. I'm gonna take the sacrifice. And out of all the Aesops, I did not see Vine taking that hit. And so we've lost, because Meryl's just passed out, I think, hopefully, if I'm remembering that correctly. But we've lost 2 of the 5 Aesops that we've gotten to know, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. Meeting these characters who are so cool and have so much potential, and just, I'm really hoping Harriet and Elm can turn it around for the better, and Marrow as well. That would be really nice for Marrow and Harriet to make amends. I would really like to see that, you know, because obviously Elm and Vine were partners, and it's just heartbreaking, dude. It's like, it's really hard seeing like a person take a fall for you and lose someone like that. It's just, it's not easy to process, like, in any words. So whew, it was really hard. It was really hard watching this scene where Vine took the hit. It was beautiful. His arms stretched out and encompassed the whole ship, and he took the bomb with him. It was hard to see. It was really hard to watch. Also, Aneris, who voices Harriet, voice acting when she's crying was just I could feel how heartbroken she was. Like, that was real acting. That was a real genuine emotion, and it was so good. And whoever directed that scene, all my commends to you. It was amazing. But what's interesting, happier side, is that they are with Robin, Elm, and Harriet. It'd be interesting to see one or both of them be with the Happy Huntresses now, you know, instead of being like, oh, maybe the Aesops isn't really a thing that we can do, because that was a thing created by Ironwood, so it is kind of soiled at this point. So either they could create a new Aesops, or they could just, you know, some of them join the Happy Huntresses. I would love to see that. I would love to see them work with Robin, because I think it would be really good for them to have a good mentor instead of one who is controlling and really off his edge, not a great person. He wasn't a great person. Talking about him in past tense too. Fun. And then Ruby gets pushed to the edge, and she's just like, all right, Neo, do it. Fucking do it. Fucking do your worst right now. She got to this point where she's like, I don't fucking care anymore. As someone who relates, yes. I think this is why I can Ruby so much, because it's just like, you get to these points in your life where you're like, do your worst. And it was just a really badass, like, heart-wrenching, but badass scene to see. She finally gets the upper hand with Neo, but then Cinder shoots her in the back, and they're dangling over the edge like fucking the Lion King. And Neo, baby. Cinder didn't ever care about you. Cinder doesn't care about anyone but herself. She doesn't care about Salem. She doesn't care about Emerald. Like, I think there's a part of her that's like, shit, I fucking lost a lieutenant of mine, kind of like Azula. You know, Azula had her 2 lieutenants and she lost both of them. And I think it's more of a thing of, oh, I lost my control over these people, instead of, oh, I lost a friend or I lost a colleague or whatever. And it's definitely with Neo, she never cared about you. She never did. She was always going to try to gain the upper hand. Her taking the relic from her and being like, all right, bye, bitch. But yeah, then she pushes Neo and Ruby both off the cliff, and she takes both the relics with her, which that's fun. That's fine. Salem has both the relics now. She has 2 of the 4 relics. It's fine. And then Penny launches Blake so Blake can rescue Ruby, because Blake's like, I'm not losing another fucking teammate. I care about this girl so much. I look up to her. I'm not fucking losing her. And so Blake ends up catching them, but fucking Cinder's like, really? I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna work out with my schedule. I don't think that's gonna go in alignment with what I had planned at all. It's gonna conflict with some dinner plans of mine, so we're gonna cut off that ribbon. And it hurt. It fucking hurt. Then we get, like, in the intro, Blake and Ruby falling in. We all expected Blake to be the next one to fall in, but Blake and Ruby at the same time, leaving Weiss to be the last one. Did not predict that. If anyone follows me on Twitter, I was packing my Ruby figurines away, and Yang was at the bottom. She's fallen first, but I was just trying to put them in order. I wasn't thinking about any of that stuff. And Blake fell off the side, and Ruby fell in the box as well, but Weiss kind of fell on top of Ruby and Yang when I was putting them away. So maybe I kind of did predict this, and it scares me that that happened. And Penny just having to see Ruby go off this cliff into basically what they're thinking is nothingness. Heartbreaking. Okay. So I finally see what happened to Nora. So Jean, I wasn't processing during the chapter, so I'm sorry I have to go back. But Jean was telling her to, like, get any help to come back and help, which obviously we know can't happen. So Nora's on their side. Nora's with Ren, which wasn't what we were predicting. We were actually predicting that Nora was gonna fall along with the girls because of, you know, her needing to grow outside of Ren. But I think that could still happen even with Nora and Ren being on the same side. You know, they take up their own leadership things because Jean's not going to be there, so one of them has to be the leader, which would be pretty cool if Nora's like, all right, I'm taking the realms. I'm taking it over right now. So she can grow in her own way like that. And this fucking comment, they always like to bring up with Weiss, like, of course a Schnee would be the last one to stand. Of course a Schnee wouldn't understand the struggle of what we're going through. And it's like, my dude, how do you not get this at this point? Like, Weiss is so much more than her last name. I really hope they do bring this back, because it's been said a couple times about her name. And I hope they just kind of come back to this of, like, this will affect her, and in the way that she doesn't want to seem better than her friends or better than the people around her. And I hope they, like, circle back to this, if that makes any sense. Oh my god, we're only 8 minutes in and I've been talking for like half an hour. Jesus. And then Penny standing up for her and being like, you wouldn't know the first thing about friendship. You wouldn't know the first thing about loving someone genuinely, which is true. I don't think Cinder has ever really had a friend besides Rhodes, and you know, as soon as Rose betrayed her, she was like, fuck that, I'm never going through that again. And then Jean just being like, you know what, yeah, we did have a mission, but also I'm fucking pissed with this bitch took my girl, she's trying to hurt Weiss and my friends and all this stuff. Like, fuck that, I'm not going through with that. So I like that he comes back and is like, no, I'm helping you guys now. And seeing this little sequence of Jean and Weiss and Penny all lining up and be like, we all have gripes with you now. We all have issues with you. Penny was like kind of killed by Cinder because she was set up by Cinder in that tournament. Weiss, you know, her friends are gone because of Cinder. Pyrrha is gone because of Cinder. Everything is because of Cinder. Everything comes back to Cinder. Like, as much as Salem has a role in this and it is the big bad and is giving these orders to stuff, Cinder is the one who's putting it into play. Like, we cannot deny that. It's literally like a Azula Ozai kind of ordeal, right? But I think this is going to be turned around where Azula's going to get the slip on Ozai, and in Ruby terms, Cinder's going to get the slip on Salem. So this bitch. And then her Grim arm starts acting up, and I was like, is Ruby coming back up? Like, I don't know what I was thinking at that point, but then it's just revealed that Salem's coming back, which is very interesting that like the Grim kind of get this, oh, our master, she's coming back, and so it's like a part of her arm. That'd be so weird. Like, just during the night, like Cinder's sleeping and she feels her arm twitching, she's like, oh fuck, someone fucking killed my master. All right, I guess. And then we hit this lovely scene of Cinder taking the power from Penny. And at this point, I'm like, why is no one cutting off the arm? Why is no one fighting? Why is this happening? Why are people letting this happen? There's just times in Ruby where I'm just like, why isn't anyone doing anything? Obviously, there's other times where like they're in shock and there's no way that they could do anything, or like if they did something, someone else would get hurt. Maybe it was just too far gone at this point where Cinder took so much power in the beginning that there was just going to be no help for Penny. But it's just kind of like, I wish someone would have done something, you know, before Weiss went and attacked her. I think we might have seen it like slower from Penny's perspective than we were actually seeing, you know what I mean? Like it happened so quickly that, you know, Jean and Weiss couldn't react, but I don't know. I just wish someone would have cut off that bitch's arm. Cinder tries to take her power, so Weiss attacks her, and Jean comes over and he's like, I can heal you, I can help you. And Penny's like, no, there's no time. There literally is no time. I know what I have to do because I wasn't supposed to be the maiden. You have to kill me. And when Penny said this in chapter 11, I was like, we're not gonna do that. There's no way we're gonna do that. And the fact that Jean was the one healing her and he was the one who ended her life, yeah, that shit kind of hurts, not gonna lie. It always comes back to Percy Jackson, man. I don't know why for me. But if anyone's read Percy Jackson, spoilers for the last book, basically Annabeth takes her dagger and ends Luke's suffering so he doesn't have this entity embodied in him anymore. And it reminded me a lot of that. And then we flash back to Winter and Ironwood fighting, and I wasn't getting it in the moment. I was like, what's going on? What is she talking about? What is she saying? Because like he's looking at his sword. I'm like, is she gonna give powers to his sword in some way, or like what's going on? Like, I had no idea. And obviously now looking back on it and seeing the fucking blood wound holes, and Winter's like on her last end, and you just hear this piercing cry from Jean and you don't see what's happening. I think it would have been devastating if we had seen Penny having to die again, because she not only died as a robot, but she died as a human. And so I guess I'll talk about it now. But there's this thing in life that I full-heartedly believe, that there is so many times that a person is going to get excuses and is going to get lucky, where that luck is going to run out, right? It's called like the butterfly effect, basically. This is a theme in Life is Strange, if you've played that game, where Chloe over and over evades death, over and over evades trouble. You know, you go back over and over to save her, right? And at the end of the game, spoilers again, at the end of Life is Strange, you get this choice of, do I save Chloe or do I save the world? And what I chose, it's very controversial, but what I chose was, I'm gonna save Arcadia Bay, which is the world aspect. And the reason I chose that was because Chloe always evaded death, to a point of there's only so long that this girl's going to be able to get this many chances and be safe like this, that it's going to come to an end at one point. And it's easier to make that decision now than to make that decision when you don't have that choice, basically. So Penny very much gives me these vibes of, there was only so much saving that we could do for this girl. Like she died and then we brought her back, and then she got the Winter Maiden powers, and then, you know, she almost died from the virus again, and it's just like, it's like a rule of 3 basically. Like, there's so many chances that Penny's gonna receive and is gonna get, and there was just no way. There was no way that she was going to come out of this alive at the end of the whole series. There was no way. It breaks my heart, but it makes a lot of sense that the power went to Winter. So we get to this like afterlife, it's not even the afterlife, it's like a middle ground before going into the afterlife. It's beautiful. And I love the little Penny like on her feet, and she's happy, and I'd love to see that she's happy because she knows she's making the right decision. And it hurt a lot to watch because I love Penny so much as a character. Penny was the first character I ever cried over in RWBY. To see her die twice is a huge blow, but I think again it's just the inevitable thing. She wasn't meant to have this long, fulfilling life. There was just no way. And Winter getting the powers makes a lot of sense because Winter was always destined to do this. Like, this was going to be Winter's job. This is how she was groomed by Ironwood. It only makes sense that she was going to receive this. And I like this a lot too. I like that Winter's receiving the powers as well, because Raven received the Spring Maiden powers, as convoluted as that was because she killed someone to get it. But it means Raven's last thoughts is going to be about Yang. Winter's last thoughts is going to be about Weiss, right? So our next maidens, if we have any connection with them, could be about like, the Summer Maiden could be about Blake. And then Cinder could be about Ruby, because Ruby's always fucking on her mind. And it'd be so interesting, hear me out, in the final battle, somehow these girls, these women, transfer these powers to our 4 main girls, and that's how we take down Salem, or that's how we kind of get a slight upper hand on Salem. I don't think like completely take down, but get a slight upper hand on Salem. I would love to see that personally. I don't think we should have all 4 girls be a maiden for like a huge part of the series, but like for like a little minute of one of the final chapters of the series. I think that's kind of what they're setting up for, and I'm really excited. So I really like that Winter has the maiden powers. It scares me, but it makes a lot of sense. Winter saying this thing of, Penny, you were always the real maiden at heart. If anyone was going to be the maiden, it was you, because you're such a kind soul and a protective soul. Like, you were truly the protector of Mantle and the protector of basically everyone. And it was just really heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time to hear Winter say these words. And for Winter also to point out that she was the machine and Penny was the human when the roles were reversed, where Winter was taking orders and Penny was going against orders. I love that. I love that they switched those roles for themselves, and Winter realized it and pointed it out before Penny left. And then we get this little transfer, which is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. So this probably happened with Freya and Penny in that mindset, right? In this little afterlife kind of thing, which would be interesting to see how like an attacker, like a maiden who was attacking would transfer it to their attacker. It'd be an interesting sequence to see. Blake started this all off. Blake really did start this all off of, it's only a part of you. Nora repeated that to Penny, and then Penny gave that one last word to Winter of, I'll always be a part of you. I'm always, you call me the real maiden, you call me the not machine, like that's gonna be a part of you. I just cannot believe that Penny is gone again. It breaks my heart. And then we come back to this, and this was just so well earned and well waited for, where Winter finally stands up to Ironwood and she's like, I'm so done with your bullshit. I am so done with it. I'm a fucking maiden. I have a summoning power. Fuck you. I'm not dealing with your bullshit anymore. And I really, oh my god, it gave me so much life. We go back to Cinder and the portal realm, and we see Jean's sword get broken. Everyone was kind of theorizing that Jean's sword was a special thing, it had powers or whatever, and I don't believe that's the case anymore. I think that's kind of like RWBY indirectly saying like his sword was breakable, it wasn't indestructible. That's how I interpret it, at least. And then Cinder tries to get the maiden power once again, and she's duped once again, because when is Cinder not duped on the maiden powers in the show? Winter just comes in and she's like, sup bitch, you wanted a maiden, here you go, I'm here on a silver platter right for you. And seeing this fire and ice thing, it gave me so much flashbacks to Raven and Cinder. As shitty as a mom as Raven was, I was just like, kick her ass! It gave me so much life. It was very well earned. Winter just looks so good with maiden powers. She looks so good with it. It's a really good look on her. So yeah, we get this beautiful battle again of fire and ice, which was just so wonderfully animated, and getting to see like her summoning powers involved with it as well, which just loved it. And then Cinder kind of catches Jean and Weiss out of the corner of her eye, and she sees the relic as well, and she's just like, no, I'm not letting that go. I'm not letting these two go. There's no fucking way. I have so much hate and just no care for you guys. You guys have tried to ruin my plans so many times, and you've succeeded sometimes, and I need to get rid of you. Winter kind of sees this out of the corner of her eye, and Cinder does one of her infamous fire bombs, because she's like, oh, I know Weiss matters to Winter. Let me fuck shit up right now. And they explode. Jean loses his aura, and Weiss falls off the side. So that's the last of our Ruby girls, along with Neo down there now. And we get this kind of scene of Winter grieving over her sister as well. We go back to the vacuous which I'll talk more about, but it's going to add a lot to her character of losing her sister. I think Winter and Jean kind of realize, like, Cinder has fucked so many things up, and there's no way that they're gonna fight her and get away with it. She's just too analytical and too powerful, and they know that there's a bigger goal of protecting the people of Atlas who just crossed into Vacuo, and I like that they realized that, and they were just like, you know what, no, fuck this, I'm gonna go and do what I need to. We'll do a few fucking later, which I'm excited for, because Cinder has literally crossed the line with literally everyone on Remnant. She has fucked so many things over. Now, when the time comes and she's faced with everyone who she's fucked over, I'm excited to see how much they're gonna pummel the shit out of her. There's always a consequence for your actions. So I'm excited to see Cinder get beat the shit out of. Fun times. And then we get the scene of all the portals are closing. Jean is running, sprinting to get to the end of this, but the tracks fall off before he has the time. The portal closes before he has the time to get through, and he inevitably falls. So we have 6 people. We have 6 people down in our tree of life kind of thing, right? We have Jean, we have Neo, and we have our 4 Ruby girls. Each of these people is so important to the falling aspect of this, especially if the tree of life is what I'm thinking is going to connect people to things that are unresolved for them. Jean with Pyrrha, Neo with Torchwick, and the 4 Ruby girls, Ruby and Yang with Summer. Blake could possibly see Adam, which scares me, and Weiss with Jacques. Everyone has a connection down there, and it's terrifying, because it's like they're gonna have to go through their trauma, they're gonna have to go to therapy that was just kind of forced upon them, which I've been asking for, but didn't think we were actually gonna get. So very excited for our little therapy session with the Tree of Life. I honestly want the guy from Avatar, the guy with the no pants. Like, the pants is an illusion. I want him to be down there and to give our kids therapy. I would love to see that, and to see how Neo's gonna interact with all of them, especially since Neo, you tried to kill us all like multiple times. It's gonna be very interesting. But honestly, like, because we kept on seeing in the intro like Neo and Emerald be on the same side, I believe Neo does have a chance for redemption. Again, it's gonna take a while for her to be on our side, because she's tried to kill us. Again, not as bad as Cinder. So power of friendship, wow. And then obviously we see our kiddos trying to fight off all these bat demons. What even are these? They're like wolf bats in Vacuo. And we get Winter coming in, and I was like, right, you know what, Winter, just you do your thing, girl. Like, I can't handle this anymore. I have too much anxiety. She looks at her family and she doesn't see Weiss there, and she's like, all right, time to go feral. I love that. I love seeing characters who have so much love for a person turn their anger into power. I don't like seeing people use emotions as power a lot, because then it overpowers them, but I like that Winter told Weiss in Volume 3, never let your emotions get the better of you, and now she's like, fuck that shit, man. Like, I just lost my sister. Like, I don't know, it's really funny to me, and I really enjoy that. And I love that this is her family too. Pine and Willow and Whitley, she sees all of them, she's like, this is my family, and I'm not gonna let anything happen to them 3. Absolutely fucking not. But yeah, she kind of just like looks somberly, and she's like, all right, time to fuck shit up. I'm also noticing all the different types of Grim. This is like a scorpion bull Grim. This is very interesting. Honestly, if those were little things, I would love like a little plushie of that. I'm not even lying. Why do I think that's cute? And then we go back to this motherfucker of Ironwood sitting down. Salem is finally coming back, and Cinder has this whole little thing of, oh, Salem, girl, where you been? I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like so sorry. But like, you know, the kids used the last question, and like I tried to kill Ruby. Like Ruby's definitely dead, like 100%. And like I tried to kill everyone else, but listen, girl, I knew the relics were important to you, so that was my main priority. So we're good, right? But I'm so sorry. I'm like, you motherfucker. She really did learn. She really was like, the way where she's like, you know what? Maybe manipulation is good. Cinder's become such a better villain, and it angers me because this is what I've wanted. So it's happy. I'm happy about it, but I don't like it. Salem ate that shit up. In pursuit of a new world, no cost is too great. One of the two of them is gonna stab the fuck out of each other. That's all I'm saying. This is not a mother-daughter relationship. One of the two of you is going to stab the fuck out of each other. And so they're like, all right, yeah, Atlas is falling. Atlas is going to shit, so let's just get the fuck out of here. And they start like walking away. Ironwood like has one last bit of energy. He tries to reach for his gun, and Cinder's just like, that's cute. That's really cute that you think you're gonna hurt either of us. And bye, Ironwood. Honestly fitting that Ironwood would fall with the kingdom he was trying to protect. It makes a lot of sense, and it's very fitting. So I know a lot of people are going to be disappointed by the way that his arc ends, but for me, fitting. Salem's like, what did you create with the staff? Because you have the staff. The only thing that she did, she added more flames to the fires of Atlas. And we were all predicting this, that, you know, she's like, oh, you deserve this, Arthur. She was gonna fuck him up. As soon as Arthur called her out on his shit, she was just like, all right, so you're number one on my hit list. I'm gonna place that right there. Him trying to break out, though, as much as Watts was, you know, he fucked shit up for us, it's so sad. It's so sad to see him just try to get out of there. That's literally like one of my worst fears, is dying surrounded by fire. Do you know how scary that is? You can feel yourself burning up. That is the scariest death in the entire world. Ugh, I would hate that. I would hate that, and it gives me so much fear. So yeah, so far this volume, we have lost, not like lost to the Tree of Life, but lost Penny, Jacques, Watts, Ironwood, Hazel. Those are 5 huge players besides Jacques. Those are 4 huge players in this story, which is insane. Because I definitely believe Ironwood died. Definitely believe Jacques died. Vine, I forgot about Vine. Vine definitely died. Penny definitely died. But Watts is still like in the air for me. I'm not sure if he died. It looks like he died though, but yeah, I don't know. Is it wrong for me to think that he might still be alive? I don't know, but we've lost a lot of main players. Salem literally only has Cinder, Mercury, and Tyrion. So are we gonna get new people? Is that what's happening? Ooh? Or maybe she'll have only 3. I don't know. We have to see, because it could be like an Avatar thing where your circle gets smaller because more people leave you. I don't know. We'll see. I'm very interested. Yep. And then Atlas falls because they have the staff, and we see it crash. We see Salem and Cinder get the fuck out of there. But we go to this scene, and we go to the scene in Crow, and you can see Crow yelling out for Yang and Ruby. And obviously he cares about all the kids. They're like his adopted kids. He has no fucking idea what happened to any of them, and he can't get into contact with them, so he probably thinks they're dead. And it hurts me so much because like Crow has lost so many people in his life, and Ty has no idea what happened to his daughters. Oh my god, I don't know why this broke my heart, but seeing like Atlas completely fall apart and Crow just not knowing what the fuck happened to his basically adopted daughters, it kind of broke me inside a little bit. I don't know, I have such an attachment to father figures and daughters in media, like Joel and Ellie and Lee and Clementine and stuff like that. I have such a connection to that, and it's heartbreaking. It really, like, as much as Penny broke my heart, as much as Vine broke my heart, this probably hurt the most. This was probably the hardest gut punch, honestly, of this chapter. And seeing the destruction again, like, this is why I still have yet to watch all those like end of the world movies, because that the end of world stuff just scares me, and like, you know, apocalypse and stuff like that. And seeing ruin is so interesting to me though. Seeing how things would be after everything, disaster, catastrophes happen, is so interesting to me. So the way that they animated like everything going underwater. Also, we gotta talk about that because Atlas, right? Atlantis. None of us made that connection. It's literally the lost city of Atlas. That's fucking wild. And then the credit song. Amazing, brilliant.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique.
I cannot wait to listen to it again. It was kind of this like eerie sound of things are destroyed and stuff, but I didn't hear the rest of the lyrics, but I'll have to go back. But it sounded upbeat at the end of it. And it gave me a lot of Fear vibes, honestly, which was last end credit song. And just the end credit songs have just been, they hit. I literally have to skip them sometimes because I'm like, I can't deal with this today. I cannot think this hard right now. Let me just put on fucking I Burn or Ignite or something because I can't think this hard right now. But then we were all wondering, are we getting an end credit scene? We were all wondering that because we didn't get a post-credit scene last volume because of crunch reasons. Obviously, it was a huge cliffhanger. We didn't want a post-credit scene because it was connecting volumes. But seeing this, we go to like this Tetris like animated, because the trees look all funky. They don't look like the normal animated things. And we see crescent rows as we saw in the intro. We see this tree of life. As soon as I saw it, I was like, it's the fucking tree of life. Like this is, we are going to get reconnected with our past. We are going to reveal our past traumas. We're going to go over it. We're going to finally get closure on stuff. I'm so certain of this because volume 9 is supposed to be a volume that we wanted from the beginning and also that we have never seen before. And I think this is going to be a thing of we are going to get answers for things that we deeply need before we move on to this final battle of Salem. We're going to go to Vacuo, have that arc, go back to Beacon, and then have that final battle with Salem. I'm almost 100% sure this is how this is going to go. So very excited and very nervous. We don't get a single word from our heroes. We have no idea what's going on with them, where they landed, how they are, how they're doing. I'm excited to see what's going to happen though. And I'm also excited to see how Blake is going to react to seeing Yang again. And that whole thing's gonna go down. I'm excited to see how Neo is going to interact with all of them. And everybody's gonna be like, bitch, I don't fucking trust you, but we're in this together, so we're gonna have to work somehow. I love those dynamics so much. But that was the finale. That was the volume 8 finale. And I talked for an hour about this, so I had a lot to say apparently. But I'm glad I could have the day off to really absorb all this and take this all in. Thank you so much again for supporting my reactions. I really do appreciate it. I really do hope you enjoyed them and found a laugh. If you, again, have listened to my end comments and my end talking and just left it on as background noise, or like even paid attention to it because you're like, oh yeah, like I want to hear what she says and like I want to see if we have the same theories and stuff like that. I really appreciate you. You're really a cool human being. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. This is bittersweet. I know we still have more volumes of RWBY, but I keep thinking of when like the series finale is gonna happen. I don't know who I'm gonna be as a person. It's bittersweet to say goodbye. I have to wait a couple months, and it's weird this time because we pushed back so much on this volume. We had our little like month hiatus because of the whole COVID thing, and then we had the week break because of the whole thing in Texas. So this volume has been very pushed back, has been very late in terms of other volumes, so I don't know when the next one's going to start. It might not even start until next year, which gives me a lot of fear. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait to see what the fuck is going to happen. We have 4 teams going on right now. We have this team in the Tree of Life going on. We have this little story going on. We have the team B, which is in Vacuo with Emerald and the boys, and Nora. We're gonna see what happens in Vacuo. Hopefully we get to see Coffee or Sun. That might not happen until next volume because there might be too many characters, but we'll see. We have our Aesops and Crow and Robin. Don't know where they're gonna go. Don't know what their plan is. Maybe they'll meet up in Vacuo. We'll see. And then we have Salem and Cinder and their whole thing. And obviously Mercury and Tyrion are in Vacuo doing their thing. But we have 4 kind of different story arcs, plus maybe a 5th of Mercury and Tyrion, plus maybe a 6th of Raven and Ty, I don't know. But we have, these different focuses that we're gonna have next volume. And I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do because this is going to be a volume that it's gonna be totally different than anything we've ever seen. I'm excited. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen. But so many deaths this chapter. We all predicted that this Atlas arc wasn't going to end well. I definitely believe like volume 9 is going to wrap up the Atlas arc. You know what I mean? Because 7 and 8 we were in Atlas, but 9 is like, okay, what are the results and consequences of Atlas? And then 10 will start the Vacuo official arc. I like we're gonna be in Vacuo, but it's not gonna be like the official Vacuo arc until 10. That's my reasoning on it. Maybe you'll be like halfway through 9. I don't know. Yeah, tell me what you thought of this chapter. Tell me what you thought of this finale. Did you like this volume? Is it better than other volumes in your opinion, or was it worse? And you know, tell me why. I want to know, because I like seeing different people's perspectives on things that different from me. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me what your reactions were to everything. Which death hit you the hardest? I would very much like to know that. And thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for watching my reactions. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you like my videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you want to follow me and keep up with me in other platforms, that's going to be in the description below. My Twitter and my TikTok are both on there, so you can go follow that. If you like these kind of videos, make sure that you watch out for my channel, because this isn't going to be the last RWBY stuff that I do for this year, hopefully, crossing fingers. If you like astrology, I'm doing RWBY birth charts and stuff like that, so we can understand why the characters are the way that they are, and what my predictions are for them for the rest of the series based on the birth chart, which is very interesting. I want to talk about it with me. I'm going to be doing a soundtrack reaction for the first time. I'm definitely planning on doing that, and I'm excited to see just where everything's gonna go. And thank you for coming along with the ride. It means a lot to me. I'm so glad I decided to do reactions for the last half of this finale, for the last half of this volume, because it's made me such a happier person on Saturdays. It's made me have a lot of things to look forward to, I guess. But thank you for watching this incredibly long video. I apologize. It's the finale. It makes sense. But thank you so much, and I love you. Take care of yourselves, stay hydrated, take care of your mental health. No matter how hard life might be, you can keep moving forward. Just kind of want to put that message out into the world, because I need it as well. Anyways, let's do the outro. The last outro for our volume finale, which is crazy. Be gay, do crimes, and I'll see y'all a little bit later. Bye.